After sitting empty for 2 years, a decision has finally been made about the future of the St. Alphonsus Mercy Medical Center on 12th Avenue in Nampa. Joe Paris joins us live from Nampa with what is set to happen to the center, plus the decision-making process that played into it. Joe?
Good afternoon, Kim. Well, after 2 years of trying to donate this hospital and the property it sits on, St. Alphonsus announced today that they will be demolishing this building and they will be selling the property here. And they say they've been trying to donate it. It didn't quite work out, and because of that, this is what they've had to do. But leadership at St. Alphonsus tells us that demolishing this building, coming to that conclusion, it wasn't an easy decision. They tell us they realize a lot of families in this area have very valuable memories that were made inside these walls.
1975, a long time ago.
Like others in the community here, Nampa resident William Hansen reminisces about the past as he walks by the now empty St. Alphonsus Hospital.
Well, I trained here at Mercy.
44 years ago, as a student at Boise State, Hansen actually studied here to become a radiologic technologist. From its original opening in 1968 until 2010, this hospital was known as Mercy Hospital, and that's the name many still call it.
I liked Mercy. It was a nice hospital to work with.
No matter what you call it, though, soon this building will be no more.
We're going to demolish and repurpose this land out here in South Nampa.
Travis Leach, president of St. Al's Nampa, explains that St. Al's health system tried to donate this building and the land to several local groups, but undertaking the task of taking care of this large facility was simply too much.
Nobody quite could take on the infrastructure of the building because it's so large for any particular entity. So none of them just were able to come to fruition after many, many talks.
That's mostly in part because of how many repairs and improvements need to be done here.
It requires a lot of maintenance, and it's, over 50 years old.
So soon, people like William Hansen won't be able to see this historical hospital that has stood here since Lyndon B. Johnson was president. Are you sad to see it go at all?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's part of my history.
We know it's bricks and mortar, but it's memories, and it's a big part of the community.
In terms of care for patients in Nampa, St. Alphonsus they finished this emergency room and doctor's office only 3 months after they actually moved out of that former Mercy Medical Center. But in terms of the actual care as well, a lot of patients, they just moved down I-84 to their newer location at St. Al's off I-84 in Garrity. But as for this old hospital here off of 12th Avenue, right now St. Alphonsus says that they are working to figure out exactly the contract and how everything will go down with the demolition. They say they're going to bid that out and to go through that process. And another note that they wanted us to know, a lot of important things on this hospital, like this bronze sculpture of the family that people have seen for years. Brian, Kim, they say they're going to do their best to salvage artwork like that so that they can preserve it somewhere else in the St. Alphonsus system.
Yeah, maybe they could find a place on the new building there off of Garrity Boulevard to put that. And because as you just showed us, there's a lot of history there with Mercy Hospital.
When you ask them, asking somebody to just take it over, it's hard to find somebody, but you look at the size of that building and kind of how specialized it is, I can imagine how difficult it would be to find somebody who kind of want to take that over.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.